Right, so I chose to do in 2NC because I wanted to really work on the line by line and efficiency on the line by line and just like my skills on the line by line and like impact comparison and analysis and stuff and really persuading the judge and just like making really good arguments in general and more specifically the counterplan because I need to work on theory, so it's got perm do both, perm counterplan and QBQ counterplan is bad, and the disad because of the impact comparison stuff on there. So impact comparison, also organization. I really want this to be organized, easy to flow and follow. So I'm just gonna do the counterplan in case as a 2NC. And it's going to be the Carpenter counterplan and the China disad. Alright, so I'll signpost. There's overviews on both. Alright. The Carpenter case is a vital test in the commitment to maintain the rule of law. The plaintiffs are signal by failing to follow the demand follow through. That's Dallas Morning News. The plan's failure to condition Carpenter to condition engagement on Carpenter's extradition sent a signal of corruption risking at failed state. Carrasco 11. The U.S. engagement relation with dramatic considerable close to the arrival of the high-level corporation to study former DA. I'm seeing a fusion in the PR and narcotics saying that's very worrisome. And the bigger Christian sociology and criminal degree to drug traffickers without mission to bring into persist to please that institutional for change and that Mexico was a change. What having the potential to recognize the fully situation that occurred with only instruments of a total enrichment, blow up state, fail state, and trying to think about and failure to consolidate Mexican democracy decimates the U.S. economy and national security. O'Neill 13 Mexico is still in the midst of change. It could evolve into a highly developed democracy or could deteriorate into an Afghanistan. Mexico has an opportunity to become a Spain of the Western Hemisphere, and Mexico become a top 10 world economy. Mexico's democracy could thrive in Spain and next world to benefits of the establishing democracy world. The U.S. is strong Mexican economy to boost our own field in the world. Mexico into a drug-driven downward spiral and violence and instability. Could also the senator and narco state drug cartels overwhelm Mexico's enriching democratic government thoroughly corrupt state institution. The descendants of the anarchy could be next door step close in the U.S. and the troops may require the security from border drug traffickers, migrants, and workers in fair our shipment in Afghanistan and Iraq. The cost of terms and treasure and manpower and the U.S. national ethos could be enormous, and strong action against Carpenter to fight to prevent slippery slope and the widespread corruption. The signal of the counterplan is key. Parker 816. Although the U.S. has launched a process for the DOJ has not announced a decision to extradite Carpenter to the Messiah for Obama to underestimate the outrage of this over this incident for the DOJ to make concrete steps to bring Carpenter to damage already problematic problems for relationship with Mexican law and both the messages of the cartel and the vulnerable members of Mexican legal system to be extremely negative to American submission to the corruption will only encourage failure, manipulation, and Carpenter on the first manipulation and releases. And 2AC1 this perm's giveaway bargain leverage Mexico won't vigorously pursue Carpenter and extradite him if the U.S. if they offer to receive a U.S. concession when offer both, they'll choose the concession, not the QPQ. 2. The perm eliminates the pressure to follow through, insisting on QPQ is the only way to rebuild trust. Carrasco 811. Their release for contract and when the U.S. relation always concerned Obama and official when clear saying to find a part of Mexico security or 6 $6 million U.S. federal dollars in the U.S. They've been reluctant to help in the widening lack of chain where trust remains. And the beginning of Mexico attorney General Ram said he's been completely caught off guard. He is very bad news for Mexican bilateral relation cartel and the PR and return to control of the Mexican authorities and to convey U.S. concerns. And as your meeting, see all eyes on Neil to see how he handles the fallout. And 2AC2 this severs unconditional engagement. QPQ is playing minus counterplan only enact concession. Mexico agrees to apprehend and extradite Carpenter. Now, in all circumstances, the plan should only be on Mexico agrees to extradition. That was above 2. The textual composition of unnecessary text and policy shorthand wording based on unproductive and crowd out substance. Policy comparison is more valuable than semantics. And 2AC3 topic important engagement. The base necessary QPQ discussion conditional, unconditional, or mutually exclusive options communicating 9. There are specific and important differences between the two types of engagement. Conditional, unconditional. These types of engagement are textual with one another. 2. Af choice. Plan can specify QPQ condition counterplans or core F ground when F specifies conditional engagement. And scholarly literature support Callan Berkeley 8. Bush and Sester have 3 basic choices and strategy: unconditional engagement and conditional economic engagement for unconditional disengagement. And 3 functional elements. The topic is super credit without threat of QPQ projecting that ground preparation already strengthened within because the country weak diversify the finish of the economic engagement. 4. This has not sufficient impacts don't applicate only counterplans effective and so in the core question of the conditional versus the unconditional engagement. 5. Race to the top. Solvency advocates limit QPQ positional force at innovation unconditional advantages negative not responsible all plan contingent counterplays and error exception for the QP Carpenter QPQ is the best middle ground because it's for timely and we don't have a solvency debate decide. This outweighs in turns the case. One, Chinese collapse would eliminate a huge market for U.S. military goods, crushing the economics of American hegemony. Two, time frame and probability. Not only does the U.S. rely on China's strong economic goods to buy goods, but pretty much the whole world global destruction will happen within a couple of weeks, and maybe if we survive that, their resiliency arguments, and maybe we will survive that if their resiliency arguments about the impact were true. But it doesn't matter because it's the war that triggers the collapse of China, leading collapse to the cost of the world's economy. And 2AC1, Chinese economy requires booming. That's why they're in Latin America. If we win that, a Chinese economy will always be booming. Then we win the uniqueness debate. And two, investment can coexist, but it won't be profitable because China is more politically attractive. That was Ericsson and Shin 7. And three, their evidence agrees that China economy is more politically attractive. It says that, I quote, foster trade agreements and investment name in the name China first. Four, plan and eliminates mode of U.S.-China, Latin America relations, interest China, economic reserves, Latin America, and civil choice between China and the United States are distributing Washington includes research is very in this economic development. Five, option trade-off. Latin America chooses China due to lack of U.S. economic engagement. LS12, the ability of the U.S. to disrupt the market for China is influence over the region. Worth the PRC, the Gentile came in the Latin America research historically low. The regards to the investment to the United States, global financial crisis strengthen the perceived importance of the PRC. And 2AC2, empirically denied. China has been there for years now. To note that the Chinese hegemony, Chinese history in Latin America is purely economic. First and 12, China and Latin America economic times this boom in economic relations have been primarily driven by strong Chinese influence. South American mineral, agricultural, energy resources, especially driven by trade and economic resources, political ideas fluctuate. And three, no hegemony impact often if cause to present U.S. exercise of leadership. About 12. The issue is whether the United States is about to fall from the ranks of the great powers. The U.S. is going to be the strongest of reason for the many years to come, and the United States will be less or closer relations with monarchy and military. Hence, for the U.S. to remain on the way of the world's strongest state, its ability to get water for its coming five. Five, other countries would fill in American military power is not necessary to prevent war. People in Freeman 10. An argument for military spending in the U.S. overestimates the about American contributed international instability, danger, instability about Americans that will use it. Europe and Asia power contribute little peace and little peace at best. Is always making wars among slightly lower. 2AC3, 1, they do not they do need key elements that are not resources. There are resources found in Latin America that aren't found anywhere in the world. Two, if true, China would have chosen a place with less competition. For no replacement Latin American goods are crucial to Chinese gold. Stallings 8. Chinese may interest Latin America relations to China clearly the suppliers in the front few arguments to the quarter and 10 and taking over the fifth of the war. So when the fifth of copper enormous, it would be much higher. Now China is entered into a competition with the country to obtain raw materials. Latin America exports a number of producers that produce crucial China, including industrial success in the South. Latin America exports to China metal, coffee, and foodstuffs. And five, five, Latin American engagements key to CCP stability. They need natural resource. They need stable natural resource frameworks. 12, what is China doing to the Americans? Since the president is admitted to Latin America, Chinese engagement in the region has exploded. By now, the outlets of the world have known the dash of economic growth that Chinese Communist Party believes that would maintain its legitimacy of Beijing on a global quest to all the natural resources to fuel its growth. China's sourcing of global investment into primary commodities. 2AC4, one is not a matter if it's resilient, it's not a matter of whether it's resilient or not, because it's the war that collapses the Chinese economy. Two, Mexico is key to China's economy. It's the most important market. Dominique at 6. Mexico, one of China's strategic partners. Weaken China's only to Brazil principal exports and the ultimate significant foreign direct investment. Mexico is more important Latin American country. 3, Mexico is economically leader. Venezuela is a consumer production turn. 9, although the economic situation particularly Cuba, Venezuela, Argentina, depending on the various degrees of China imbalance the U.S. and in the region. Indeed, the triangulation between Cuba, Latin America, and the United States emerging as a prominent topic of debate. China's prominent topic of debate. China's multiple objectives in Latin America are evident in diversified activities in Cuba and Mexico. Mexico offers China by the more conventional economic companies to the market for Chinese consumer goods. Private 2 AC5. Now 1 CCP is only stable because of economic growth, no legitimacy, absent investment. Shapiro 5. Growing trade investment are necessary to fuel China's only rapid domestic growth development. Rapid growth and development are significantly short of a CCP. China's not only an engagement rest of the world, including Latin America, and secure inputs and petroleum is an important element for China's engagement. Perception of the growth is the key to regime stability. The only U.S. improvement involvement threatens at LS11. The PRC leadership the country's sustained growth and development, and thus regime stability threatened back in the U.S. is able to limit or block the 2AC. 2AC6 Chinese economic growth is stable, consists of experts in 617. Expressly, the explicitly dismissed threats to Chinese growth, healthy prospects for China over the next 5 years. The country does not rely on external financing for the liability of the nature of the crash and the role in Chinese growth to continue. No sharp declines. European Central Bank 13. The fundamental factors of underpinning growth in China are likely to remain supportive. The growth sector decrease decelerate gradually. We do not expect a sharp downward adjustment to require a number of factors only to continue support exchange with the robust growth on the supply chain and capital stock remains low, but the industrial profit margin remains high and the labor supply is still abundant. And Chinese growth stay strong now. Structural reforms allow sustainable growth. Xinhua News 7/11. Chinese Finance Minister Luo Jinwei said that despite the slowdown of China's economic growth, the rate of structural reform is paying off. China's growth performance has been enhancing the country confidence to promote the economic stability of the Chinese growth is a growing portion of GDP. Is also unemployment situation is good for the CPI is not high for the first quarter to 7.7%.